Well, Jordan Peterson's been in Edinburgh and Glasgow this weekend, and the Scottish Family Party went along to both events to give out leaflets before and after them. Now, at the Edinburgh event last night, there were some protesters. It wasn't immediately apparent what they were protesting about. If you look at this sign here, chaos dragons are as rad as... So it wasn't entirely clear what their point was. But anyway, I went up to one of them. We swapped leaflets. I gave him a leaflet, and he gave me something. And what he gave me was the anti-transphobia starter pack. Now, unboxing videos are quite popular on YouTube, so I'll try my hand at that. So what do we get in the anti-transphobia starter pack? We get some instructions. If you see transphobic messages in our city, improve their message by covering them up entirely with this fine selection of stickers. And it's got some websites to look at. So, anti-transgenderism stickers. Have you ever seen those? I've never seen such a thing. Anyway, if I do come across one stuck on a lamppost, I now have just what I need, because they provided me with these stickers. I don't know how much their graphic designer charged for those, but they've been done anyway. So there's some stickers to use, but that's not all. Some other stickers too. I've got this one. Maybe you are trans. That's like the evangelistic wing of the transgender movement. So not just defending the rights, but trying to encourage other people to join in and encourage other people to consider where they might be trans as well. Got a couple of these stickers. Who's this? This is Marsha Johnson, who's described as a goddess. So obviously trying to sort of mirror, mock, or whatever, religious language. She's a he, she, whatever, is a transgender activist. Then another one. Saint Sylvia Rivera is our saviour. Again, another transsexual activist. And again, obviously, clearly trying to supplant or mock Christian theology. So that was that. And one of their number, there's about 10 of them there protesting. One of them, a young fella with a beard, a short chap, he started snatching leaflets off people who'd taken one of our leaflets. So one of our people told me about that. So I went up to him and he just said, look, we're not having this. If you keep doing that, we're going to film you and call the police. And he did actually stop. Obviously, if you'd have called the police, I mean, could anyone really imagine the headline? Police arrest transgender rights activist for harassing Scottish Family Party representatives. Hard to imagine. So when he stopped snatching leaflets, he came and stood right in front of me, so in the way, so I couldn't really give leaflets out. And he was arguing and arguing. And I said, look, I'm not here to argue with you at the moment. I'll have a chat with you later if you want to. I just want to get on with what I'm doing. So excuse me, I'll carry on. He refused. He would just say arguing and arguing. So I would carry on asking people, would you like a leaflet, sir, etc. And he would say to them, don't take one, they're fascists. And that was great. As soon as people heard that, they couldn't resist one. You saw their eyes light up. They were obviously quite amused by it, and they'd take a leaflet. So eventually I'd say, would you like a leaflet, sir? And he'd say, don't take one, they're fascists. And I would say, this is my PR man here. And they'd have a laugh. Eventually, one of the people helping us, a lady called Jackie, and had a chat with this gentleman and kept him busy for 10 minutes or so. That was good. She took one for the team. But eventually came back and was up to his old tricks. I mean, he may as well have had a sign on his head saying, please punch me. He was just trying to be as provocative as he could. Extremely irritating, extremely obnoxious. After the event, the protesters were standing there, and I thought I might do a little video. So I thought I'll go and take a picture of their placards that they got. So I took my camera and said, I'll just take a picture of your placards. So I did that. Then Mr. Obnoxious came over again. He said, you've got to delete those from your phone. I said, why? He said, we didn't give you permission. I said, you're standing in the street with placards. I mean, they're there for people to read. He said, GDPR, we're going to report you to the Information Commissioner. I said, okay, fine. He said, what's your name? I mean, you're not going to give me a name, are you? I said, it's Richard Lucas. He said, right, I'm going to report you. I said, please do, but please do it right now. Just go and do it immediately, and then, you can be out of the way. And eventually off he went, and that was that. I went and chatted to some of the protesters when everyone was into the Jordan Peterson event. There's this banner, it's about TERFs and SWERFs. TERFs, if you're not familiar with that term, trans-exclusionary radical feminists. There's a split within feminism. Some feminists say that transgender women are not really women and they won't include them within the sisterhood of feminists. SWERFs are feminists who reject sex workers. Some feminists are against pornography and prostitution. For example, other feminists think they're very empowering and liberating from women, and that's a sort of internal struggle within feminism, but they're taking the wrong side on both of those issues. And then fascists, and everyone's a fascist for these people. Then I came to this lady who'd got this banner, "Turfs get into the effing sea." So I said to her, that sounds quite aggressive. Sounds quite nasty, to be honest. I mean, get in the sea. Are you suggesting, I'm not sure what you're suggesting. Are you suggesting they jump in the sea to what? To commit suicide or what? And she didn't offer any sort of coherent response at all. She said, well, I like going in the sea sometimes. Who knows? Who knows? But looking at those people, basically, you just feel sorry for them. They're mixed up, they're bitter. Quite a few of them seemed more than a little bit unbalanced. It was sad. But it was good to see the crowds going in to see Jordan Peterson in Edinburgh and Glasgow. Lots of young people, lots of people saying they were familiar with the Scottish Family Party. Quite a lot of people said that they watched these videos on YouTube and enjoyed them. So that was great. So we'd like to thank Jordan Peterson. Thank him for helping people to see beyond the political consensus in Scotland, and also for gathering such people together in two places so we could give them leaflets. Now, there'll be well over 3,000 people saw Jordan Peterson in Scotland this weekend, and I hope they enjoyed it. I'm sure they did, but I hope it's not just a good show for them. I hope now that they've seen through the bland uniformity of Scottish politics, they don't just go back to normal when it comes to political engagement in Scotland. Our job is to give these people someone to vote for in 2021. Just subscribe to us on YouTube. We're a political party. You can join us. There's a link below. Thanks for watching.